Okay. I'm just gonna drink pretty quick. Okay. So, hello guys. This is REKLEZ here with another live stream. I haven't done one of these in 2 months. But hopefully we get some people on here. But as you can see by the title, I am here basically talking about Mortal Kombat. Now, I of course will be going over my history with it. You know, when I began playing it, when I first heard of it, all that stuff. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, just leave them in the comments or whatever you call them. All right. So, as we all know, this the first one came out, I believe, in '92, and so that one came out in '92. The second one came out, I believe, in '93. And then, of course, we have a viewer. Okay. Well, anyways, and then we had, I believe, the third one came out in '95 or '4. I can't remember. So, and believe it or not, the first Mortal Kombat I ever played was actually Mortal Kombat 2. And I'm not gonna lie, the first guy that I really learned how to use was actually, I think, Shang Tsung. Now, you're probably gonna ask me, well, why? Well, pretty simple, actually. The only reason why I got invested into him is because of the fact that he can morph into pretty much anybody. And for some reason, when I saw that, I got invested into this character. I don't know why, but I just did. And so yeah, so he was my main guy, kind of in MK2. And then we get to MK. Well, I actually went backwards. It was from that to the first one, and then to part 3. And I actually bought MK Trilogy for PS1. And the funny story about this is because this one day, I remember this was in 2000. I want to say 1 or 2. Actually, no, not 2000. Actually, yeah, maybe. I think it was 2000 or 2001. I don't know. But the point is, it was one of my uncle's birthdays, and I forgot who did it. It might have been my dad or somebody, but they bought MK Trilogy, if you guys remember that one. And oh, so he bought him that, and then I immediately, I don't know why I did this, but I immediately looked at the cover of it, and I was like, I don't know why, but like being an idiot back then, I was looking at the characters from the back of the case, and I just pointed everybody out, like, oh, look at this guy, look at this guy. But what's funny is that my dad had to constantly tell me that it doesn't belong to you, it belongs to your uncle, you know. And I was like, damn, you know. So, but eventually, I did get the game for PS1 Trilogy. And the funny story about this was that back then, when I was I want to say 4 years old or 3. I think 4 years old. Because back then, I mean, obviously you don't start school until you're 5. So when I was 4, I remember my my parents hired this person to babysit me. I'm not gonna say what her name was, but she babysat me for a long time. And the thing is, it was like a little schedule of how this worked. So what happened was, she would take care of me. She would take care of me in the morning, and then my dad would come home from work because he would work the night shift. So he would come home in the morning, somewhere around, like, I don't know, 10, 11. he would come pick me up from their house. But like they live right next to us though, so but he would come get me, and then we would go home, and for about maybe an hour, I would play some Mortal Kombat trilogy, of course. I would play that, and then after like an hour or two, he would take me to the park. So that was like a schedule for like months. I'm not even kidding you. So I would get babysatted. He would come pick me up. I'd go play some Mortal Kombat for like an hour or two, and then he would take me to the park. And now you're probably gonna ask me, well, how was it? Like, but here's the funny story though. That he would never, and I'm not trying to call him out or anything, obviously, but he would always take me there. But he wouldn't go with me. He would wait in the car and wait for me to finish doing what I was doing. Did I ever mind it? Not really. I mean, I just did what normal little kids do, you know, when they go to the park. But yeah, so I did that. So after that happened, so yeah, so it's just a little fun story about that. And then I remember too. Then this happened. I want to say in 2000. I don't know, 2000 or 2001. I would say. Where MK4 around this time came out, and of course this was also for the PS1. And as most people remember, this was actually one of my favorite Mortal Kombat of all time. Now, yes, I know people were like not many people were too pleased with the new characters in this game. You had Kai, Rico, you had Fujin, you had Tanya, you had a few others. I just can't remember who they were though. But the point is, you had a lot of new characters in MK4, and this was actually one of my favorite ones. I mean, like when I was a kid, like yeah, not really, but now that I'm a lot older, I still go back and play it every now and then. So. But yeah, I mean, it was a very enjoyable game, and one of my favorite things about it was the alternate costume for Scorpion. It was like that weird white outfit with the skull showing. So that was great. I mean, I love that. And the thing is, like, because obviously with well, pretty much any game, it comes with a little manual or a book. I don't know what you call it. But for example, like these had the fatalities in there, like how to do them. But obviously, being a moron back then, I didn't know how to do them. You know, I actually was able to do only 2 of them, and it was Scorpion's the fatality where he turns into a scorpion, and I did Liu Kang's where he like throws them to the camera and just does like the fireball. But that was it though. That's all I knew how to do. And in case you guys could be asking, no, I never bought MK4 Gold. I never got that one. All right, so we have a lot more stuff to talk about. So I did that, and then I actually oh yeah, so and then 2002 was the year when Deadly Alliance came out. Now before I get to the actual game and you know, all that stuff, let me just talk about this. So MK Deadly Alliance through Armageddon had some of the best intros into any game. Now, sorry. So in this game, obviously, it shows Liu Kang practicing how to fight or whatever. And then, like, as that's happening, you hear Raiden talking about Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, you know, them forming an alliance and all that good stuff. And of course, as we all know, towards the end of this intro, we see that Kung Lao, who was with Liu Kang this whole time, was Shang Tsung. And of course, they have a little fight. And then Quan Chi steps in and, of course, helps I'm about to say Shao Kahn. But he helps Shang Tsung, and, of course, he kills Liu Kang. And you know what's ironic? What's really weird is that Liu Kang is one of my favorites, but even though, you would think that seeing something like that, you know, seeing one of your favorite characters get killed, especially at such a young age, I would have been like devastated. But no, it's like he dies, and I'm just like, well, that sucks. And you know, fun fact, that's actually the only game where Liu Kang was not on the main roster. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knew about that, but there might be some newer generation fans who don't even know about that. So, but yeah, that wasn't the best intros ever to any game. Now, in terms of the actual roster, it was a pretty decent roster. I mean, was it one of the best? Maybe. I mean, you had the likes of you had of course you had guys like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Shang Tsung, Raiden, but then you also had some new guys in there. You had like Movado, you had Ho Shao or Ho Sao or something like that. And then you had who else was it? Oh, you had Li Mei, and you had Boraicho, and you had some new characters. But the funny story about this was that back then, when this was like in 2000, I don't know, 2007, 2008. Yeah, I know, like a few years after it came. Oh yeah, you know what? Before I get to that, let me talk about this first. So back then, the only character I could pass the game with was actually Raiden. Now obviously you want to know why. Obviously the biggest reason why was because obviously one of the, I guess, semi-boss was Moloch. And of course Moloch was pretty tough to beat. So what did I do? I would get Raiden and I would use his staff to beat him. So that's pretty much why I could only do it with him, because he had the longest weapon. So yeah. And but like I actually played it a few times recently, and I can actually pass it with Scorpion now. It's not even that hard of a strategy now that I think about it. Like all you really do is you use your weapon, whoever you are. You use it on him, you block his attacks, and you just attack him back. So it's not that hard. I mean, unless you've already done it many times. So yeah, and another little history thing to tell you. Back then in 2002, on the same year it came out, and again, this was a little schedule similar. This is like my schedule with MK Trilogy, I guess. So back then, when I was on vacation, because this was when I believe, actually, oh no, I didn't even start school yet. So yeah, I wasn't, because I began school in 2003. So this was 2002, and I remember this happened. This happened almost every night or every day actually. So my dad, I guess, his shift, it switched to him working mornings, I guess, because, like I said, he used to work the night shift. But both of my parents went to work, and then they needed a babysitter. But I don't know, either the one that they hired at first, I don't know, either she didn't want to do it anymore or they didn't trust her no more. I don't know what happened. But the point is, it was like from this point forward, I was going to be taken care of by my grandma. It was my grandma, my tias, and even my uncles. They all took care of me. So this is how it works. So they would take care of me, and my dad would come pick me up. And I was like again, like 4 years old. So he would come get me. We go back home, and I would literally, and we would play Deadly Alliance a little bit. Like we would play for like an hour max, and then we would go to sleep. I swear that happened for like 5, 6, 7 months. But it was enjoyable though. I liked it. So yeah, so that's that. So yeah, Deadly Alliance I enjoyed a lot. Just like the other MK games so far that I've talked about. So that's that. So like guys, I got a lot more to talk about. So like besides just the games themselves. So we got that, and then after that we had Mortal Kombat Deception. Now Deception again had one of the best intros of all time. Except this time you had Raiden fighting Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. Now this was actually pretty damn good. They actually had a pretty good fight. And what I really liked about it was, Raiden, was not gonna go down easy. He showed he was tough. He could hang with both of them, and he did. He tried his damn best to take him out. But of course, this is 2-on-1. So what happened? Obviously, yeah, he may have had the upper hand, but of course, as we remember, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, of course, they overpowered this guy. So, and I believe they didn't kill him, but they just beat him. you had Quan Chi lifting him up in the air, and then Shang Tsung creating this big old fire snake thing, and it like you have Raiden up like levitating, and then that thing just like boom. So Raiden is out, not dead, but out. So after that happens, of course, at this point, Quan Chi and Shang Tsung, they both want the amulets. If you guys remember that, yes, the amulet. So they both want that. But of course, only one of them can have it. So what happens here? They both decide to fight for it, and it's kind of weird to me because I remember watching that, and it's I don't know, it's just weird to me because I mean, to me it was like why can't you guys just share it or something? But they decided to fight for it, and I mean this fight was what, like 20 seconds long. And of course, Quan Chi wins, which I was not happy about, but he wins. So after he beats up Shang Tsung, that's when, of course, Unaga comes in. And I gotta say, this had to be one of the best debuts of all time. You know, Unaga comes in and pretty much, and you even hear Shujinko, who's the narrator, saying that, you know, anybody who stands in this guy's way is gonna die. So Quan Chi, of course, you know, obviously he's trying to fight him off, but he can't. So Shang Tsung gets up, and now they're both fighting him off. But of course, that's not enough. And then Raiden gets back up, and now it's all three of them. But again, it's still not enough. I mean, yeah, it was able to stagger him a little bit, but it was like only had what, like a half of a percent of effect on this guy. So, but yeah, so they can't get him down. So what does Raiden do? So at this point, he knows that, oh, we can't take him out, you know, like this. So he tries to create a huge, like, electricity ball or something. I don't know. But, of course, it has a very little effect on Unaga. But it was basically a sacrifice at the same time, I guess if you want to call it that. So Unaga ends up taking control of the amulets. And pretty much, yeah, that's it. So now Deception. Now, just like Deadly Alliance, a lot of memories with this. I actually have way more memories with this game than Deadly Alliance because there was actually a day where this was actually on my dad's birthday. I forgot what year it was, but basically, if you guys remember, they had both chess combat and the puzzle combat, and I remember this like it was yesterday. So like I said, it was my dad's birthday. And a few family members came over, mostly from his family, obviously. Well, not obviously, but you get what I mean. And it was me, my cousin, and my uncle. They were all, well, I wasn't playing, but they were both playing chess combat, and I was just watching them. So they were playing. They were playing, and I remember this clearly, like it was just yesterday. So my cousin had Raiden as his leader, and my uncle kept telling me. Because that's the thing. He finally reached his leader, and he told me if I beat him, I win. So I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. And of course, he beat him, and yeah, he didn't take it so well. I remember. But I actually prefer playing puzzle combat a little bit more, to be honest with you. But yeah, and with Deception, I was only able to pass it with 2 people. Liu Kang and Baraka, but that because oh my god, this had to be one of the most toughest boss battles ever. I mean, the only way to get Unaga really is to touch those weird hand and claw things that were like this. I don't know, but it was hard. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, okay, the only reason why I could do it with these 2 guys is because with Baraka you could do the, you know, with the slice move. And with Liu Kang, of course, you had the bicycle kick. But Jesus, like I remember I tried to do it with Scorpion and other people, but I just couldn't do it. And I tried the same strategy that I did in Deadly Alliance with Moloch, but it didn't work though, and it pissed me off. So yeah, it was tough. It was difficult. So yeah, so I passed it with those guys. And again, you had some new guys in this game too. You had Darius, Dairu, I don't know. You had Havoc. You had who else? Oh, you had Cobra and a few others. So you had a few new characters in this game as well. And then, if you guys remember, there was that one level where it has a bunch of characters like in these weird little, like behind bars, basically. But it was characters that had like, for example, like you had like the classic reptile design. You had Rico and a few other guys like that behind bars. If you guys remember. Whoever's joining me right now, never mind then. So you have that, and then, so yeah, so you have that going on. And then what else? Oh, and then of course this was the game where they introduced like, I guess, like the stage, not stage fatalities. Well, I mean, I guess technically stage fatalities. And you had some of the most brutal ones I've ever seen. I mean, you had oh, so okay, so you had that one from the pit stage. You had the one from that cliff thing. I forgot what it was. You had that one with that big old monster head thing. Literally, you know, if you guys remember that one. You have you just had some of the most brutal fatalities that, well, stage fatalities. I say technically they stage fatalities because obviously a stage fatality is, you know, you do it once you beat up your opponents. But I don't know. But yeah, so this game was enjoyable. I mean, like I said, I had a lot of fun memories with this game too. And you know what's funny? Let me explain something really quick. So we all know that Sub-Zero's design was a lot different in this game. And you know what the funny story is? Ever since that game came out, my dad, he kept bragging about how Sub-Zero's helmet looks like the Shredder, and it kind of does. I mean, if you really think about it. And what's even more funny is Aaron, he kept on defending this, saying that it's a cool look. I mean, I guess it's a decent look, but yeah, it looks so much like the freaking Shredder. But yeah. So you have that. And then I remember this clearly. If you guys remember, Ermac had this one axe. And I swear to God, there were many days where he would, I swear to God, there were many times where he bragged about that axe, saying like, oh, like, he would brag, being like, oh, Ermac has an awesome axe. It looks cool. It looks great. And it did look cool. It did look cool. And hell, there was a day where he actually called my uncle. Whoever's joining me right now, if you're watching this, like I said, I'm discussing Mortal Kombat right now. So if you have any questions, just ask away. Whoever's joining this live stream. But as I was saying though, but yeah, and then there was even a day where he called my uncle to tell him about the game, and he's like, "Oh, and Ermac has this really cool axe." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm not one to brag about weapons. I mean, are there some cool weapons? Yes, axes, katana blades, twin size, nunchucks. Hell, even creative weapons like Lucio, Negan, Sweet Tooth's machete. There are a lot of cool weapons to brag about, but I don't know. But I thought it was kind of, I don't know, just thinking about it. But as I was saying, so you have that going on. And then, yeah, I don't think there's really much to talk about. Oh, and then, of course, we got introduced to Noob Smoke. And it was around the... No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I'll talk about something later on in this video. So that happened. And so that happened, and that's all I can remember. I don't really have other memories about this game. Oh, actually, I do. My uncle had unlocked the Zombie Liu Kang outfit. You guys remember? Not the Zombie Liu Kang. He unlocked the normal Liu Kang outfit, and he said that he did it by passing Conquest. And I'm like, yeah, but my dad passed Conquest too, and he didn't get it. So he actually tried for a long time to get that outfit, but he couldn't do it. I don't know what the problem was. It confused the hell out of me. I mean, it was like, Jesus. So yeah. And then also too, yeah, that's all I can remember. I don't really have any other fun memories about this game. Although I do go back every once in a while, and I do play a little bit of chess combat every once in a while, so I'll say that at least. So yes, so that's my thoughts on Deception. Now we get on to Shaolin Monks. Now, again, had one of the best intros ever. So this one, of course, it starts off with pretty much you have Scorpion fighting Sub-Zero, you have Kano fighting Sonya, and then you have Johnny fighting Reptile. And while that's happening, you just have Shang Tsung sitting in his throne, I guess, with 2 guards. So the whole fight scene's happening. And there was that one cool part where Reptile is like eating Johnny Cage's head. It's so dumb because he's like he clearly bites his head, and somehow there's no mark or anything. So he bites him, and it's like if he has a healing factor, like he heals right away. But that happens, and then Liu Kang comes out of nowhere and ends up kicking Reptile away. So at this point, you have Liu Kang beating the hell out of the guards, and now he and Shang Tsung go at it. And I gotta say this, man, because there was so much going on in this whole intro. I mean, you had a lot of people fighting. You had a lot of stuff going on. But you have Quan Chi. Like at one point, Quan Chi has the upper hand on Liu Kang, but then that's when Kung Lao comes out of nowhere. Like he's disguised as one of the guards, and so he ends up beating down Shang Tsung. And that's when Baraka shows up, and so Baraka shows up, and that's when Kung Lao ends up. So they fight. And then after Kung Lao kind of like beats up Baraka, then you have Scorpion trying to fight Kung Lao. And he does that one spin kick on Kung Lao, and then he goes right back to Sub-Zero. And then for some reason, one of the other guard tries to fight Sub-Zero, and I'm like, really? So he tries to fight him. And of course, he gets his head with his spinal cord ripped off. And that part's like, I mean, you're not going to have a guard trying to fight literally a guy who has powers. So, but that happens. And then, of course, it cuts back to Liu Kang fighting Shang Tsung. And this part was kind of interesting, but at the same time, not really, because you have Shang Tsung morphing into literally any character. But then he goes right. But then it's like he doesn't do anything though. So that happens, and then Liu Kang ends up getting the best of him. And that's when Goro shows up, and I was like, good God. So Goro comes out, and yeah, this was not good. So Goro comes out of nowhere and starts to beat down everybody. Well, he beats up Liu Kang, Johnny, pretty much the good guys. So after he beats up everybody, that's when Shang Tsung makes a portal and all the bad guys escape. And this is when Raiden shows up and tells everybody we got to get to the Wuxi Academy. But of course, Kung Lao and Liu Kang fall down, and they end up falling to Goro's lair. So at this point, So at this point, you're in Goro's lair, and you're fighting those weird, like, troll-looking dudes. I don't know. But then after you fight your way through them, and yeah, in this game, it has a bunch of like, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say. I guess new abilities. You know, you have like a wall climb. You have like the double jump. You have jumping from wall to wall. You know, pretty much a lot of abilities that you can get. And then of course you could execute fatalities, mortalities, and of course brutalities. And of course you get to play as Scorpion and Sub-Zero, which, funny story, me and my dad, we actually passed it twice. We passed it with Liu Kang and Kung Lao, and then we passed it with Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So just let you guys know about that. But yeah, so, and yeah, in this game, and yeah, I mean, this is why I'm kind of nervous about NetherRealm making a Shaolin Monks 2, because I feel like the newer generation are gonna look at this and be like, why is this a story mode game? Like what happened to the Mortal Kombat that's like a fighting game? You know, I feel like people are gonna say stuff like that. obviously guys who grew up playing that game are gonna be all like, oh hell yeah, I'd love to see that. But newer guys are gonna say this is not the Mortal Kombat that I know. So that's why I'm a little bit worried. I mean, not worried, nervous. But yeah, so you have that happening, and this game has some of the best boss battles ever. I mean, you have Jesus. So you had oh yeah, so you had oh yeah, and then of course this game, like, so after you get to Goro's lair, you end up going to the Wuxi Academy, and this is when you go to Outworld. But if you guys remember, there's a bunch of portals everywhere. So basically, you you have to go to each portal just to like do missions and all that stuff. And but like I said, this game has some of the best boss battles ever. You had to fight Reptile, Baraka. Well, you had to fight Katana, Jade, and Melina. You had to fight, you know, Goro, Sub-Zero, like a lot of people, and it was enjoyable. But if I had to name, oh, and also too, what I also like is that they actually killed it. Like they actually do a fatality on them after you win. Oh, and one of the hardest ones to me was, like, well, when I was a kid, was Baraka. Kind of. I say kind of because obviously when it came to test your might, I sucked at it. Because obviously with my hands being so small, I was obviously you're like, as a little kid, it's gonna be kind of hard for someone to be fast enough to try to press that button quick, you know? Because like back then I was just like I was slow, but now it's like I try to go as fast as I can. So, and the reason why it was kind of hard with Baraka is because if you guys remember, there's that one part that took forever because you had to fight this guy. But here's the thing though, because there was not platforms. There was like this little hole in between the room, and he would go to the other side, and all you could do was throw projectiles at him. Like if you were Liu Kang, you just shoot fireballs at him. And even, yeah, it was easy, but it took forever though, and it pissed me off. But so yeah, I mean that happened, and I mean yeah, it just pissed me off. So after that happens, oh, and this was, and again, because you guys remember, you have to use two swords. You have to throw at them, but of course I sucked at test your might. So there were days when my dad would have to help me with that, and even though I got mad, but he helped me do it though, and I just felt embarrassed. But yeah, so that happened, and then after you beat up Baraka, you go to the Wastelands. Now the Wastelands, of course, this is when you fight those Kano-looking guys. Well, one of them looked like Kano. And then you have to go fight Sub-Zero. And then, of course, oh my god, again, this took forever. Because after you fight Sub-Zero, you have to go on this boat, and you pretty much have to ride to get to this one place. But it took forever, though. Again, it took forever. And it was like, good god. But then from there, you fight Goro. And I gotta say, Goro had to be... Oh my god. I mean, it wasn't, again, when I was little, he was hard, but now obviously it's a lot easier though. So, yeah, so Goro wasn't that hard. And after that, no, this is where it just, this is, oh my god. Okay, so after that, as most people know, you have to also fight Ermac. Now, when I fought Ermac, this guy was a major problem because if you guys remember, when you would stand at a faraway distance, he would levitate you. And the problem was when he would levitate you, some of your health would go down. And to add insult to injury, when he would bring you down, you would lose a lot more health. And it was like, God. So basically, when you fight Ermac, you better keep him at a short distance, because if you're at long range, he's going to get you. So, yeah. Oh, my God. So yeah, so after that happens, so yeah, he was pretty tough, to say the least. But after that, so after you beat him up a little bit, then he brings in the Stone Johnny Cage, which wasn't that much harder, to be honest with you. And I gotta say, when you beat Ermac, his death is one of the most brutal deaths ever, because basically the way this works is he gets two big rocks, throws one towards you, but whoever you are, he kicks it back to him, lands on the ground with another rock above his head, and then just whoosh. So yeah, it's pretty painful. But anyways, yeah, so that's not fun at all. So after that, then I go back and then I fight Scorpion. And I gotta say, this, oh my god, like, this had to be one of the most toughest boss battles ever. Because, okay, so we all know how this works. So when you fight Scorpion, basically, oh, hello, Angel Peralta, how you doing? So we all know that when you fight Scorpion, so this is how it works. So when you take away half of his health, hey, how you doing, TK? How you doing, sir? Like I said, I'm just giving my my history of Mortal Kombat, even though I've been talking for like almost an hour. I've been talking, but of course you could go back and watch the live stream when I'm done, obviously. But yeah, so right now I'm currently talking about Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, talking about when you fight Scorpion. So that's what I'm talking. I talked about the first Mortal Kombat. I talked about MK4. I talked about Deadly Alliance, Deception. So obviously when this stream ends, you can go back and watch all that stuff. But right now I'm on Shaolin Monks. Yeah, Jenkins. Yeah, I remember, of course. How could I forget you? You were one of my first subscribers. I believe so, yeah. But, and like I said, if you guys have any questions, let me know. But in the meantime, let me proceed. So, as I was saying, so like I said, so when you fight Scorpion, of course, you so when you take away half of his health, he teleports to some other little place in the Netherrealm, and he summons all the fire, and you got to get through all that. Now it's not really hard for me, but back then it was a Jesus Christ. Because, okay, let me explain this. Let me explain this, because like I said, I played this game with my dad, so of course we passed this game together. But here's the thing, though. When we played it, I don't know what happened here. Like, even to this day, I still don't know what happened here, because, okay, if you guys remember, when you play this game, when you get to Scorpion, it shows him again summoning all the fire, and you have to avoid all that. But see, this is the thing, though. He throws his spear in the platform, and you have to, of course, do the test your might. TK says, "I love you. Thank you very much." But okay, but as I was saying, though, and like I said, you guys got any questions, ask away. But as I was saying, though, ow. So yeah, so he throws his spear in the platform, and like I said, bear in mind, I was Liu Kang and my dad was Kung Lao. So what happens is, I swear to God, even though my dad clearly, he's the one that wants to go do test your might, if for some reason it made me do it. So even though he grabbed the rope, it made Liu Kang do it. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. And the thing is, oh my God. And the thing is, every time we had to do that, we had to switch our controllers, because obviously I was too weak to do test your might. So every time he would grab it, we had to switch controllers so he could do it, and then we switched back. You know, and I don't know what happened. Like, to this day, I still don't know. Like, I really, I don't know what happened. And it pissed me off too. And you know what really pissed me off? Because it took us forever to finally beat Scorpion. And when we finally got him, guess what? Of course, he comes back as Inferno Scorpion. I'm like, what the hell? So, no pun intended. So, but he comes back as Inferno Scorpion. And even my dad, because my dad, he loves Scorpion. And even he was baffled, and even he said, was like, what the hell is this? So it legitimately pissed me off. I mean, I was, it's not funny. It's not funny. I mean, put yourself in my position. Okay, you know, picture yourself playing this game with a friend or something, and then this glitch keeps on happening, and you have to that. Oh my god. Well, I don't know, and that's part of the reason why we lost so many times, because we had to keep on switching the controls, and I feel like an idiot too, because I could have easily played as Kung Lao and I could have pressed the button. He could have been Liu Kang. He could have just did Test Your Mind. You know, now I feel like a retard. Oh, I got a question. Who would win, Shang versus the Punisher? If I'm not mistaken, I believe you're talking about Shang from the indie game. Well, that's Punisher, obviously. Obviously. Hell, I even have Punisher on my phone. Oh yeah, in case you guys want to know, I even have the Shiryu logo on my phone. I think I'm. Okay, there's too much glare. I can't. Jesus. Yeah, I can't. But you get the point. But as I was saying though, but yeah, Punisher would definitely win. Shank it's an indie game. Doesn't even. But as I was saying though, what was I talking about? Oh, so okay, but see, okay, get this though, get this. So when we finally beat Infernal Scorpion, guess what happened? So if you guys remember, after you beat him, you have to go all the way back to the portal to get the hell out of there. But guess what happened? And I swear, this, oh my god, this made me, Jesus, I was so frustrated. So we beat him, and so we're trying to leave. We're trying to get the hell out of there. And then, oh my god, this. So we're leaving, you know. But then I had to do like that wall jump. You guys remember that wall jump where you have to like run the wall? So I did that, but for some strange reason, there was a glitch. And this glitch, I don't know, the camera cut off to something. I don't know what it cut off to. And we couldn't do a damn thing about it. And guess what? Because, okay, two things. We couldn't do anything about it. Actually, no, three things. We couldn't do anything about it. The game was pretty much frozen, and we couldn't save the game. So basically, we had to do it all over again. And I was, oh my god, man, that really, I don't know. It was a glitch. I don't know what happened. So basically, even though we worked so hard to beat this guy twice, there was a little glitch. We couldn't save the game. We couldn't do anything. It was frozen. And so we had to turn off the system, and we had to redo everything over again. We had to fight him again, do Test Your Might again, kill him again, Infernal Scorpion comes back again, like all that stuff. And I was like, god damn it. But luckily, when it came time to fight him again, we actually got it down in the first try. So thank God. But yeah, that was TK. No, it's not funny, man. But believe me, you would not want to be in my position right now. I mean, can you really tell me that you want to work hard to beat a character, and then when you find out that some glitch ruins everything, it's Jesus Christ. That was horrible. That made me so furious. But of course we got it down. So after that happens, of course, you enter the foundry. Now, and of course, when you get to the I'm an idiot. Wait, before I get into that, let me explain one cutscene that I actually really like. If you guys remember, there was that one cutscene where they show Shang Tsung turn into MK2 version, and he beats the living hell out of both of the guys. I actually like that scene a lot because he turns into classic Shang Tsung, and that's one of my favorite designs of Shang Tsung. And that's when he's like, "You waste my time. Your souls aren't even a worthy addition to my power." You know, and that was actually a really good cutscene. Angel asks, which is the hardest game you have ever played? If I had to name the hardest, damn. Honestly, okay, if I had to completely honest, I would probably say Metal Gear Snake Eater. That game was super difficult. I mean, you had to fight the Cobra unit, which was fear, pain, sorrow, fury, and the end. And if you had to fight Ocelots too, I believe. So that game, yeah. I actually got the HD collection for PS3. It came with that one, Sons of Liberty, and some other one. I forgot what it was. I didn't really like it that much, to be honest. But yeah, TK says, fight me. If you want to fight me, my friend, you'll have to meet me in the alley in 20 minutes right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't mean to pick a fight with anybody. I'm a nice guy, or at least I try to be. I mean, if you piss me off, then of course I'm gonna be mad. But yeah, definitely Snake Eater. If I had to be completely honest, I mean, I played many hard games in my life. Resident Evil, oh, what am I selling this live right now? But anyway, as I was saying though, yeah, I played a lot of hard games in my life, but I think Snake Eater was possibly the toughest. But anyways, so as I was saying though, but when you get to the Foundry, you of course you have to get that one axe to get to get the axe to cut the God damn, I can't even talk. Oh, to cut the goddamn crystals. I can't even talk right now. But you have to get the axe to cut the crystals. TK says, did you see the big fight? If you're referring to Mayweather and McGregor, then no, I did not see it. Is that what you're referring to, or are you referring to some other fight? Let me know. But we got 3 viewers in here, which is great. I mean, I've been talking for like almost an hour, but you know what? It's all good though. It's all good. Y'all can watch this when this whole live stream is over, obviously. But as I was saying though, so when you're in the Foundry, you have to get the axe to cut those crystals, which was not that hard. But you have to cut the crystals, and then of course you have. So when you get into that one weird building, that's when you have to fight Kano. So you fight Kano in the in that one like prison place. You have to fight him, and I gotta say this has to be one of the most brutal deaths I've ever seen. And you got Jax helping too, so it's technically 3-on-1. Well, if you're playing 2-player, but if you're playing by yourself, that's technically 2-on-1, which is kind of messed up. But as I was saying though, so we got a couple more viewers, guys or guy who just joined. If you have any questions for me, just ask away. But as I was saying, TK says yeah. Okay, so TK says yeah. No, like I said, I didn't see the fight. I was actually at a wrestling show. I actually went to AWS. I went with my dad, my brother, and Aaron. It was yeah. I actually go to this company called AWS. They have some of the best matches ever. They have some of the best gimmicks, best wrestlers. And they actually had a steel cage match. And believe it or not, and this guy says hi. How you doing? This guy. Like I said, I'm discussing Mortal Kombat, my history of Mortal Kombat. And if you have any questions, ask away, my friend. But as I was saying, though, I go to 2 different wrestling companies. I go to AWS and I go to SBW, a.k.a. Santino Bros Wrestling. I actually did 2 vlogs at Santino Bros Wrestling. You want to check them out. I did 2 of them. But anyways, yeah, and they actually had a steel cage match, and they had a False Count Anywhere match. It was Divas, but it was great, though. They made it work, so I loved it. This guy as WCW or ECW. I'm gonna be a little bit biased on this one, but I would probably go with ECW. Now hold on a second, only because I watched their matches a lot more than I did WCW. The only matches that I watched in WCW was actually Rey Mysterio's matches, because I bought the Rey Mysterio DVD with 3 discs in there, if you remember, and it had a lot of his matches in there with like Psychosis, Dean Malenko, Jushin Thunder Liger. So, but with ECW, I saw guys like Sabu, RVD, Hayabusa, Jinsei Shinzaki, Rhino, Raven. So I would definitely go with ECW on that one. TK says McGregor lost, bro. Yeah, I know. I saw the fight. Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing. I was actually watching it because there was a little break at the wrestling show, so I was actually watching a little bit of it on my phone, and I saw it. I'm like, God, and the people around me too, like the crowd, they were all talking about it too because it was like an intermission or something like that, and they were like, "What? What?" Like they were all surprised that Mayweather won. And let me just say this, okay, guys. Let me just say I don't like Mayweather. I really don't. But you got to give him credit because he actually at least fought, you know, because he made up for that god-awful fight with Pacquiao. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Pure Electro says, I like John Cena. Well, I respect that. Electro. I just feel like he should have just turned heel already, but I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do for No Mercy, but who knows. But yeah, but yeah, like I said, I don't like Mayweather, but he impressed me, to be honest with you. So, I mean, and those guys got paid millions of dollars, so they're pretty much set. But back to what I was talking about though, Mortal Kombat. So yeah, so after you beat up Kano, you have to go and fight. So you fight Shang Tsung, Kitaro, and Shao Kahn. And the funny story about this is, again, I played it with my dad. So what's funny about this is that now we beat up Shang Tsung like nothing. You know, he was easy. But then when it came to fighting Kitaro, yeah, that was Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was not fun at all. So because obviously it's a big dude, so what me and my dad did, we just threw projectiles at him. That's all we could do. But when he would taunt, then we would take a few shots on him. So yeah, he wasn't that hard. So we got him. People say that Undertaker might come back for No Mercy. I don't know about that. I mean, apparently there are rumors that he might come back, but I hope not. I mean, I don't hate the guy, but I think he should stay retired. But then again, sometimes even retirement doesn't mean anything. I mean, look at Ric Flair. He retires and then he goes to wrestle for TNA. So I don't know. But as I was saying though, so after that happens, so you what was I talking? Oh, so after I kill him, oh my god, this really made me so pissed off. So then we fight Shao Kahn, the main boss battle. But of course, this was again. I played this TK. Oh, what the hell? So TK asked me what happened to the vlogs. The vlogs, they're still. I'm gonna bring them back. I mean, I haven't done one in a long time. I almost said the A word. Yeah, I like to keep my channel PG or PG-13 at least. But the camera. Oh yeah, I use this camera for my vids, you know. And of course, you got a nice tripod on there. But as I was saying though. But yeah, the vlogs. Yeah, I know it's been months since I've done my last vlog. I forgot what it was, but yeah, I know it's been a long time. But I'm hoping to bring that back. I don't know when. I really don't know when, but hopefully soon enough. Because that's the thing. Like, if you watch my latest vlogs, I remember I did the, what was it? I think the last one I ever did was the random one where I went to the arcade. I was at my friend's house, so it was a random vlog. But yeah, I'm hoping to do one eventually. Like, hopefully get one soon enough. Because I do like doing vlogs. I mean, I don't like doing them that often, but I still like doing them, though. So hopefully I bring them back soon. But yeah, and if you guys didn't check it out, I did my reaction to the which one was it? Oh, I did my reaction to Silver Samurai on Death Battle, so you want to check that out. The upcoming pay-per-view. But anyways, so as I was talking, so back to what I was talking about. So, but yeah, so as I was saying, so yeah, so when I fight Shao Kahn, of course, after you beat him up a little bit, his helmet comes off, and now he's pissed off, and that's when he swings with his hammer, and that really messed us up a lot, you know. And it took us a long time to finally get this guy, but we finally got him, and it was a challenge. It was a very tough challenge. TK says 182 subs. Damn. Yeah, I'm as surprised. But you know, hold on a second. You know what? You know what I think? I feel like, okay, because I don't know if you saw it, but I did a video reacting to the Fighter Pack 2 for Injustice 2, and that video got like 7,000 views, and I feel like it was that video that gave me so many subs. I mean, I don't know, but maybe. Kratos versus the guy from Darksiders 2. I believe that's Death. Definitely Kratos. I mean, God of War. TK says, I remember when you hit 100. Yep, I hit 100 sometime this year. I forgot when. It was like a few months ago. It wasn't even that long ago. I don't think. But yeah, I am hoping to hit 200 this year. Do I think it could happen? Absolutely, but yeah, I mean, who really knows at this point? But hopefully it happens soon. Hopefully. But yeah, but as I was saying though, okay, so that's Shaolin Monks. You know, Shaolin Monks was a great game, and NetherRealm has said they eventually will work on the next one. So hopefully they do that soon. Hopefully, but who knows? We'll see. And then we get to Armageddon, and Armageddon had the best intro in my opinion. Like out of all the 4 games, this had the absolute best intro because you had everybody fighting from the good side and the bad side. You had them all fighting, and then you had you know, them racing to be #1. It was just an all-out great game. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. You had every character from every Mortal Kombat game, and it was enjoyable. I mean, it was one of the best. You had everybody. You had every character in there, you know, and it was fantastic. I loved it. It was a great game. It was enjoyable, you know, and create your character was one of the best things they ever did. You know, I love that. TK asked me, do you have plans for the channel? Actually, yes. You know what? Let's talk about it right now because I actually plan on doing a video about this, like talking about what the future holds for my channel. Now, I'll talk about it briefly right now because I would rather do it in a separate video. So yeah, so I'll discuss a couple of plans I have planned out. But like I said, I'll give you a brief explanation, but because I would rather talk about it in a future video. So yeah. But what do I have planned? What do I have planned for the channel? Well, I do plan on having a lot more vlogs more often. Maybe not that often, but you know, maybe once every few weeks, maybe at least maximum. I also do plan on bringing back the creepypastas. I actually haven't done one in over a year, so that's crazy. And also too, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to do on this channel, but it's just like, in order to do this, I have to. It's hard to explain, but like, there's a lot of stuff that I really want to do on here, but I just need to wait for the right moment, you know, because I don't want to start. I don't want to try it right now because I feel like it's gonna fail, you know. So I'm like, there's a lot of stuff I want to do, but unfortunately, I just gotta wait until that time comes. But yeah, so I do plan on bringing some stuff back. So I'm having I'm having a lot of trouble breathing. But yeah, so I plan on bringing some stuff back, but at the same time, add more stuff to it, though. You know, do more stuff to the channel. So yeah, so that's a brief explanation. Like I said, I'll talk about this in a separate video, maybe next week. So yeah, so be prepared for that. But anyways, TK said, "What do you mean when the time?" Because like, okay, let me explain. Because there's a couple of things I really want to do with this channel, but what I mean by that is I would rather wait until I feel like it's right for me to do it, because I feel like if I do it right now, it might not be as successful as I want it to. I'll just say that. Like for example, okay, I'll tell you one thing I want to do on this channel. I want to do like this might surprise you, but I actually want to do a couple of fan films. Now you're probably gonna ask me how you're gonna do that. Well, see, this is what I mean. Like, if I want to do something like that, I would have to wait a couple of years, because I actually had a couple of great ideas, but unfortunately, I have to wait until the time comes for me to like actually get the stuff ready and all that stuff, all the stuff like that. You know, so it's kind of like that. Angel says, did you know that they are not going to make Mortal Kombat characters in Justice? Oh, well, I don't really care. Well, it's actually better because NetherRealm got a lot of backlash for having Raiden in there, so probably better for them. But as I was saying though, so that's what I mean. You know, stuff like that. Because obviously I can't do it right now, obviously, because I am like, yeah. Like I said, it's kind of hard to explain, but I'm just hoping you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But like I said, I'll give more. I'll go into more detail in a separate video about stuff about the future for this channel, I guess you could say. Okay, so you guys have more questions, throw them right at me. So, as I was saying though, but yeah, Armageddon was hella enjoyable. The Conquest mode was one of the best. You guys, oh, okay, yeah. Like I said, wait till next week. I'll have the video up probably next week. If anything, most likely next Wednesday. Or this coming Wednesday. But as I was saying though, so yeah, and the Conquest mode was one of the best. I mean, that Conquest mode was just phenomenal. I mean, you had Taven as the main character, and just the fact of going around fighting people and all that good stuff was amazing. But see, what really made me angry though was if you go in the crypt. If you go in the crypt, I believe is a crypt. I don't know how to say it. I think it's crypt. But when you go in the crypt, you find that one little video of how it was actually supposed to be. Yeah, you can see there's some MK9 going on right there. You guys can see that. Yeah, someone's playing this right now. Yeah, but as I was saying though, but yeah, so there was a video on Conquest, like, and they gave Taven another outfit, and they gave him like this sword, and I'm like, why didn't they do that? Tiga's a crip. Like, yeah, I don't know why. My mind's kind of blown right now, so I apologize for that. But anyways, Angel says, what characters do you want to see in Injustice 2? I feel like if anything, we're gonna get maybe Beast Boy, Spawn, Adam. Hell, there's even rumors of Black Lightning, but as a premiere skin for Raiden. I don't know who we're gonna get, but if I had to choose who I would want to get, but if I had to choose who I would want to have, I would definitely say Spawn, Beast Boy. And if we're gonna get a female, most likely, because if you guys remember the silhouettes, one of them was a girl. But there's not really that many girl characters that I really know about. I mean, but if I had to choose one, I don't know, maybe Raven or someone. I don't know. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I mean, not the best thoughts, but for sure with the guys, I would probably want Spawn and Beast Boy. So yeah, so that's that. But yeah, so with the Conquest mode, as I was saying, yeah, it was one of the best. I mean, I enjoyed it, even though Blaze was a goddamn problem, but whatever. So yeah, so we got people going in and out of this video, but anyways. But yeah, so I love Conquest. It was awesome. And like I said, it having every character was just fantastic. And then we get to MK9, which of course this was the first Mortal Kombat game with a guest character. Make that 2 guest characters because we had Kratos and Freddy Krueger. And I don't really know exactly how people felt about that. I mean, I feel like people, if anything, were just pissed off about that, which is understandable. I mean, people nowadays are not too fond of guest characters, so I mean that's understandable, I guess. But yeah, so I could understand that, to be quite honest with you. I get that, you know, why people don't want guest characters. But the story mode was one of the best. I mean, the story mode was great. And I liked it. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, sure, it was pretty much. Sure, it went back to the first 2 Mortal Kombats, but it was still entertaining. God damn it! But it was still entertaining though. And also too, and of course and this game just had some of the best gameplay ever. I mean, and you also had, you know, Scarlet. She was the new character. I believe she was like a vampire kind of. So yeah, so this game was very fun. I mean, obviously you can see right here. So yeah, that MK9 was great. I mean, not much to say about that. And then we get, of course, MKX, aka MKXL. And yeah, this game is the best so far. Do I think they can top themselves with MK11? I don't know. I really don't know. That's, I mean, they have. I mean, they've topped themselves every time. So hopefully they can come up with something better, you know. And of course, yeah, not everyone was happy about the, you know, having 4 guest characters. I mean, obviously people were pissed with that. Even though I didn't really mind it at all, to be honest with you. I mean, I was able to take it for what it was. I mean, I was able to accept it. Because I whoop you an MK, JK. Well, Jenkins, my friend, if you want to ever challenge me, I have the game right here. Well, it's a little bit of lighting on there. You can't really see it, can you? Well, yeah, I have the game right there, my friend, and I also have MKXL. Trust me, you don't see me with Takeda. If I pick Takeda on you, don't even try. But I'm not gonna lie, I only know 1 combo with Takeda. I'm not gonna lie with you. But yeah. So back to what I was talking about. But yeah, so and I don't know why, but I love Kung Jin's skin. You know, he's got the yeah, Aaron's playing it right now. He's the one that's playing this game right now. And his main guy has always been rated. You know what? Why don't you tell him yourself? God. Anyways, but yeah, so I love Kung Jin's DLC outfit. It's like it looks like Assassin's Creed. That's why I like it a lot. And of course you got Goro in there. I was like, hell yeah! You guys do Ken, you got Kung Lao, you got all those guys. And Aaron Black is a beast. I mean, Aaron Black is one of my favorite new characters. And his bounty hunter outfit is just so good. And yeah, I mean, this game was just phenomenal. And of course, the pit stage is great. And just everything about this game is amazing. And it has some of the most brutal fatalities I've ever seen. So yeah, and the fatalities get better and better, you know. So and I'm pretty sure MK11 they'll top themselves with the fatalities for sure. So I'm looking forward to that big time. Yourself. You guys can't see it, can you? This is a great match too. Well, anyways,
one of my biggest pet peeves is when, oh my god, I'm so dark. Is when people use their X-ray at MK. This was a ranked match online, and this guy had like this much health left, and I was about to beat him, but he got scared, so he used it. He's guilty of using that a lot of times. So tonight,
I'm not. Well, as I was saying, Punisher versus Snake. Well, I actually did a video on that. Actually, I'm still with the same opinion that Snake would win. I mean, I love the Punisher, but gotta give it to Snake on that one. Anyways, but yeah, so MK11 coming out. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's really hard to tell, but only God knows, bruh. Only God knows. So, yeah, I will talk about the movies, but that's a video for a different day. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's gave their thoughts on the movies, but yeah, I rather talk about the movies in a different video. Because I've seen your MK game because I can. You see, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, am I a super player? Not at all. Not at all. At all. But I would definitely put myself as a good player, decent player, whatever you want to call me. But no, nowhere. If you put me up against a ranked player, I'm done. Like, seriously. And you know what's even more hilarious? This guy can tell you himself. Because I'm like in my clique, it's me, this guy, and like 3 other guys. And I'm like the main guy that plays the most video games. And every single time in MKX, it's like with these guys, it's a rare occurrence to beat me. And whenever they do beat me, it's like to them it's like an honor.
Hey, I've been
So it's weird. But yeah, obviously, I mean, obviously, I play Mortal Kombat a lot. You can see Aaron's trying to play some King Knight, but he's getting beat down right now.
That's good. Watch this combo. No, I dropped it.
You suck. Anyways, all right. So, do you guys have any other further questions before I end this live stream? I've been talking for over an hour. So, you guys have any other questions? Just ask away. If you guys have anything else. So yeah, so that was basically my history with Mortal Kombat. I mean, I talked a lot about mostly the first ones that came out for like PS2 and PS1, but I didn't talk about. I didn't really go into that much detail with MK9 and MKX because I mean everyone's played those, and those are like the most recent ones. So that's my history with Mortal Kombat. I mean, I love it. Some of the most memorable characters, some of the best games, just everything. And like I said, best intros. And yeah, I don't think it's gonna end. I don't think it's gonna end anytime soon. I really don't. So do you guys have any further questions before I end this? If you do, just don't be nervous to ask away. We'll see. I'll probably give you guys about like 5 minutes. Oh. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live stream where I play some Mortal Kombat 9 or MKX. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. I mean, it's like literally right here, so I could easily just set this thing up somewhere and you guys can see. Okay, guys. So if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna have to end this live stream then. So I think you guys who attended, so yeah, you guys may have attended a little late, but you know what? Better late than never, right? So I thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, these live streams will be like a rare occurrence. It's kind of hard for me to talk for an hour, you know, because you're losing your breath most of the time. It's kind of hard, but yeah. So like I said, that's my thoughts. And like I said, if you missed the first half of the live stream, don't worry about it. You can easily just watch this when this is uploaded on YouTube. And you guys can let me know all this good stuff. There you go. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. When will my next live stream be? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that, guys. Because like I said, this is a rare occurrence. You know, for me and live streams, it's a rare thing to do. I'll probably have maybe one every month. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what I do. But yeah, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Is that my dog? No, it's actually Aaron's dog. Oh, actually, before I end this, let me explain one thing. I actually did a comedy skit with Aaron and the dog, mostly the dog. And in case you're wondering, yeah, I did the dog's voice. So yeah, now that skit will probably come out tomorrow or maybe Sunday. We'll see. And that's another thing I want to do too, comedy skits. And yeah, I did this one like last week. So yeah, so this will so that skit will be up soon. So stay tuned for that skit. So yeah, guys. So and yeah, like I said, I did the dog's voice. So so that way, before you start asking like, oh, who did his voice? Who did it? I mean, it's her. It's a girl dog. Oh, who did her voice? You know, it's me. All right. So I did the voice. All right. Yeah. Nice. All right. So yeah, guys. So take care. Like I said, you'll get a couple of videos in the next coming days. I'll probably have another gameplay to Injustice and MKX like I did last week or 2 weeks ago. So that's it, guys. I'll bring the dog. Oh, you want me to bring the dog? Hey, Aaron, someone wants to bring the dog. All right. Well, he's gonna see if he can. All right. We'll see if we can bring this dog in here. We just gotta wait for the dog. Okay, after this, I gotta end this live stream, guys. All right, seriously. After the dog is shown, I gotta end this. I hate stalling a lot. All right, well, he just went to go get it. All right, so we gotta wait. Man, it's like 100 something degrees right now. It's not fun at all. Yeah, I'm almost out of water too, which is not a good thing at all. I mean, the sun's kind of going down, but it's still not good. Well, here she is. Hey, come. Hey, Root. She's a big one too. I could try to carry it.
Bring the left.
Oh. Here she is.
She is. Her name's Root.
Say hi, Root.
3 months. It's going crazy because it's hot in here. All right, I'm gonna take her outside.
Alright. Late.
Man, she is heavy. And she's only 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Hey, she can't get mad. Literally a bitch. I forgot this is wild.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Man. Alright, so there you have it. That's the dog, Root.
Hold on.
What? What the? Man.
Root, get over here. I get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Oh my God. Root.
Hey, oh my God.
Oh,
Come on. Jesus Christ. Okay, so there she was. That was Root. Gonna be I don't know, maybe I'll use her in a couple of other skits, but we'll see what I do. So yes, guys, so now I gotta end this, okay? I keep on stalling. I have to end this now.
too much.
So, I mean, yes, it's, you said Rod. No, it's Rue. It's with 2 O's. But yeah, guys, so take care. Thank you guys for joining this live stream. Like I said, maybe next time I'll have a live stream playing some MK9 or maybe some MKX. We'll see what I do. And yeah, if anything, I'll probably have a vlog tomorrow or Saturday. We'll see. Yeah, ha ha ha. All right, so you guys take care. Still barking. So you guys take care and stay tuned for a couple of videos. And like I said, maybe, just maybe I'll have a vlog tomorrow or Saturday. All right, guys. So yes. So I thank you guys for joining this. So that's gonna wrap this video up, guys. So, and like I said, if you missed the first time of the live stream, don't worry, you can obviously watch it. So be sure to click that notification button. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And until then, Reckless Rich signing out.